send the blood of Jesus to your father's house, to your mother's house, to your background. Anything that lifts up his head against you, in the name of Jesus, we ground it in the blood of Jesus. We ground it in the name of Jesus. Above all, any condition, pattern and cycles that are contrary to the will of God, to the word of God, to the plan of God for your life, today on the grounds of the blood of Jesus, we intercept it. Which one says interception, interception, intercept, interception, interception, interception. We intercept, intercept, intercept contradiction. We intercept contradiction. We command you in the name of Jesus as more than a conqueror. Tell somebody, I declare that you are more than a conqueror. Tell two people, I declare that you are more than a conqueror.
Tanumo onunchoni ha odama chiechele wekun oyanuchumo osolimo jiake bawo nani aya baba shushuishe. Amen.
Yeah, that's what I believe. See his sunshine, he's all around us. And there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Can't have more. Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Around the way. Beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. There are beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are.
So, Alfred, democracy under attack demonstration. Why do you think that Ghana's democracy is under attack, especially when you are just out of power?
When you go out of power and you sit back, in fact, any meaningful person who loves Ghana will see what is going on. We have over 9 cases that the president and his team have filed a nolle prosequi. Look at the amount of monies that the Attorney General told us that they were negotiating to do a 60-40. We don't even know whether the monies have been paid. We don't know what is going on. But they believe that anybody who says anything about them that they don't like the way governance is going should be arrested. What didn't they say about Nado? They called him names. They called Dr. Bawumia names. They called him a liar to the fact that they made it as a tag to go into records that he is the biggest liar in Ghana. He didn't prosecute anyone. He didn't arrest anyone. In fact, he says that when you go into governance, these are some of the mishaps you get. So focus and do your work. But look at our brothers today. When you say they are not governing well, then you are arrested. When you say things are not going the way you expect it to go, then you are arrested. The promises they've given us, the jobs they said they were giving us, the what do you call it? The 24-hour economy they said they were giving us. Up to now, nothing has been done. 1 year, 6 months down the line, we're not seeing what is going on. And all that we see is that the president is traveling here, the president is traveling there. Today is 1 year, exactly 1 year that you lost 2 prominent ministers. 2 prominent, 1 defense minister. Up to now, you haven't taken a defense minister. Is that serious governance? Is that serious governance? It tells you that yes, democracy is under attack. Because he doesn't care about the people. He cares about himself and his brother and how you can give him a big push. He's told us that when you are in government or when you are the president and you sort your brothers out, when you are out of government, they look after you. That's what he said Nanado was doing. Apparently, he was coming to do it and do it in a bigger pusher way. So this is what we are seeing. It tells us that they are not ready to govern. All they want to do is to acquire wealth for themselves and walk out. Ghanaians, we should wisen up. Ghanaians, we should be bold to say it. We don't care if thousands of us are arrested. We will say it and say it and say it again. Because Ghana belongs to all of us, not to a selected few who think now they are in government, so they are on top of it. I don't believe that is governance.
Well, Alfred, you've been around for a long time now. Don't you think that there is a thin line between a free speech and then a responsible speech? And then with people like to the TikTokers being arrested, don't you think that some of their utterances are extreme, that it warrants an arrest and issues of such nature?
Were you around when they were insulting Nanado? I don't want to repeat some of the things they said. Were you around when they insulted him?
Yes, exactly. That brings me
even to the extent that a presidential candidate can call him that, oh, this guy, I mean, what he's saying doesn't make sense, to put it in a nice way. What he's saying doesn't make sense. If you don't agree with his this thing, bring the alternative. Don't insult him. But you, when they tell you that, oh, you and your wife, you are doing what you like in the country, then you arrest TikTokers.
Okay, this brings me to my big question.
When you arrest them, the bail condition, you ask yourself, why are they criminals? Who is more criminal than someone who tells you that I'm going to stop Galamsey in less than 2 months? I can stop Galamsey. And now you have this vice chairman and his organizer deep down, neck deep down in Galamsey. 1 year down the line, have you got a report from the Attorney General? Have you seen the media houses? Ask yourself, have you gotten any reports from them? Let's be serious as a country. We want to govern a country and want to govern a country in peace. We want to have Dr. Bawumia in 2029 is going to take over a country that is not in ruins like they did it in 2016. That is what we want to see, because we don't want him to take over and he's now going to start oiling the wheels again and start all over. It's tiring. It's painful. We need to move on as a country. We don't need to retrogress like they are telling us that, oh, we are going to reset. And the reset is retrogression. Retrogression. Tell me one policy that they've put in place 1 year, 6 months down the line that they came into power, that they've been able to do to change the fortunes of Ghanaians. Ghanaians are suffering more. Now unemployment in Ghana, Accra alone, is about 50% of the population. The youth. Youth unemployment is about 50%. As they themselves, the Statistical Service is saying it. It's not Alfred conjuring figures. And this is not worrying to a president and his team. We are sitting in a country where the finance minister is in charge of funding and he's in charge of defense. The number of things they buy at defense. He goes there like they did some time back, that you go and buy a helicopter, you go and sit down, have a meeting, approve it, and you go and approve it again when you are the acting president. How do we do this? Is that a reset thing they said they are going to give us? Then we have a long way to go as Ghanaians. Let us rise up. Let us be able to talk. Don't fear. Be bold. Be bold and say it. Let us all say it so that Ghanaians will see. Everybody will see that, no, when you are doing wrong.
What is the difference between a free speech and then how can we curtail just any kind of speech? Because you've mentioned people are being arrested because we understand some of their utterances are bad. How do we curtail these things such that our democracy is not affected and that people are not given the free will to do or say what they want to say?
That's why we have civil education, okay? When you want to use oppressive powers of the state to deal with people, you will not get the results. Today, can the police arrest all the people who have come for this demonstration? Can they do it? They cannot, and they will not even dare it. So the remedy to the problem is not arrest. It's how you use civil procedure to address your people. Civil society organizations are there. The NCC is there. Let's educate people. But most importantly, when they were benefiting from it, there was nothing wrong. Yes. Okay? He who seeks equity must come with clean hands. Right? You cannot benefit from something and today you say that no, it is not good. No, it was bad yesterday, it is still bad today. Right? So if you accepted it yesterday, accept it today.
Ask them whether they remember.
Did you have problems with it when it was done? Did the NPP has problem with such utterances when it was being said during your time? Did you have problem with it?
Free speech is free speech, not threats. That's why they are part of conversations that I will say I don't endorse these comments.
Government is broke, but people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moro, and it's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful Friday morning. The weekend is around the corner. Please don't overindulge. Just do whatever you want to do in moderation and in modesty. We need you alive and kicking. The biggest asset that every country has is a human resource. Just take it easy. But anyway, we also want to say big thanks to Almighty God for making it very, very possible for us to join you back on your favorite show, which is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, for giving us a rare privilege to be back here. Rare because some obviously couldn't make it today, and so once we're here, I want to say big thanks to Almighty God. Also big thanks to you for tuning in every day from 7 a.m. to 9:55, because you like this show, don't you? You do. You're very glued, and it's for those of you abroad, we're both here and outside. Today is the 7th of August, 2026. I have a very, very special guest. Before I do that, let me just walk you through what the papers are reporting today. So the Ghanaian Times this morning says that inflation drops further to 4.6% in July. 2 Nigerians sentenced to 20 years for human trafficking. And there's also 1 year after helicopter tragedy, nation remembers fallen heroes. NPP hit streets over democracy under attack, petitions judiciary, and then the presidency. Flood prevention measures, GARCC enforces 50-meter waterway buffer rule. The Daily Graphic says that a year after helicopter crash, nation remembers fallen sons. And there's also drug resistance bacteria widespread in environment, industrial waste. And it says that EPA launches 5-point strategy to curb spread. There's also tertiary business SENS challenge, GCTU, Pentecost University advanced to Southeast Zone semi-finals. MTN launches Heroes of Change Season 8, doubles prize money. The Daily Guide says that lawyers protest selective court vacation setting. And there's also NDC sets December 19th for national executive elections. Democracy under attack demo. NPP storms Jubilee House, presents petition under protest. Mahama urges recognition of public servants. And there's that's basically what's on today's Daily Guide. The Insight says that Angela Lee seeks injunction to halt alleged defamatory Galamsey Queen publications. Cuban embassy celebrates Pan-African TV at 10. There's August 6 helicopter tragedy. Mahama assures families of government and state support. There's GMTF partners MDS Lancet Quest Medical Imaging to expand quality diagnostic healthcare. From backyard trays to big business, how Ghana's green gold starts in a plastic cap. Gaza tribal leaders call for urgent action to end humanitarian crisis. The News Center says the MTN doubles Heroes of Change prize money to 1.8 million cedis. Does Ghana's gold economy test strength of financial system, according to the IMF? No more forgotten lessons from tragedy, according to the President Mahama. Crowds rally against state tyranny and abuse. Petition condemns selective justice, intimidation, political persecution, attack on free speech, etc. 93% of youth fear armed groups may enter. The Herald this morning is reporting that ex-Tema oil refinery boss convicted of bribery and money laundering in the U.S. Ghanaian ministers and MPs, others to be named as he faces 30 years in prison. And then there's also Cocoa Board's new law targets financing farm protection, local processing. NPP demonstrators call female presidential staffer useless. 11 excavators, 32 motorbikes seized in Bond Galamsey clamped down. Omaneboama immortalized at Defense Ministry 1 year after helicopter crash. The Chronicle says the Customs Commissioner tours Western Region border post. Police bust $6.928 million cocaine haul in Tema. Dash National 2 Ghanaians held. Kumasi hosts Apostle Sappho's Thanksgiving service tomorrow. And there's Let's Build Ashanti Region for Bawumia's victory. The Daily Post, Mike Dokosi's Daily Post this morning is reporting that President Mahama urges Ghanaians to honor departed public servants through integrity and national service. CC Kwenu ends doctorate degree in business administration, and as GMTF partners MDS Lancet Quest Medical Imaging to expand quality diagnostic health care. And then the Catholic Standard says that Africa takes the mic. Kigali welcomes the Wellwood Catholic media family for the first time in 25 years and opens its doors in the shadow of the genocide it survived. Pope's AI warning, don't lose your soul to the machine. And then there is an editorial that says Kigali's lessons for every African newsroom. Church seeks young heart. Catholic leaders renew call for youth involvement in a mission. That's what the Catholic Standard. Now let me check out what the Metro Lens is also reporting. It says democracy under attack. Omaneboama's kind is difficult to find, and according to Mahama, High Court suspends Gazette of Paramount Chief of Inum traditional area, and there's a Prempe Assembly Hall to host Apostle Kojo Sappho's Thanksgiving service. The Informer says that Mahama's ruthless pledge against Galamsey fails as Ghana remembers chopper crash victims. Bawumia speaks for Guardians, says democracy must free citizens from fear. ESF flags weak economy, identifies 5 fault lines as causative factors. 22 billion cities lost, gold board crashing Ghana's economy, IMF sounds alarm. And the Sapenyuma King gives 100 laptops to Futu teachers. Stop diluting constitutional reforms, government told. BEC results crisis deepens as NAPS hands evident nationwide. And then the Inquisitor says that a year after tragic helicopter crash, victims remembered. And then the Stop Press, massive chop at the Government Institute. Ofosu Ampof's father joins ancestors tomorrow. Napo speaks as 2026 Buzia Institute lecture in UK on Sunday. And then the Daily Searchlight says Ghana's democracy under siege as opposition protests erupt over fears of authoritarian drift. WAEC private schools clash over bias claims. And then there's honoring a giant of a man as Defense Ministry unveils cenotaph of late Minister Edward Omaneboama. Tema police sees cocaine worth $6.9 million, arrest 4 suspects in anti-drug operations. And there's a showboy. A foundation CEO donates farm inputs worth 30,000 cedis to Trifo Himan SHS. And then obviously the last but not the least, it says that, and that's the Daily Statesman. It says NPP allies fight against erosion of, MPP allies fight against erosion of democracy. Petition Mahama after peaceful democracy under attack demo. Corn challenges government for accountability over energy levies. And there's also Ordna MP demands accountability in anti-Galamsey fight. IERPP questions $1.4 billion energy sector shortfall despite 40% tariff hike. And there's Prepare Assembly Hall to host National Thanksgiving service for Apostle Sappho. Well, the Business and Financial Times is actually my final paper. Initially, I said it was the Statesman, actually the Business and Financial Times. Inflation cools to 4.6%, but domestic pressures dominate. Goldberg faces transparency test. IMF Getty press for stronger governance. And as GCB Bank takes center stage in global trade promotion agenda. And then there's a governance, smart capital, key to attracting investment into microfinance. And according to Dr. Ankra, that's with today's by the Business and Financial Times. Now, if you go online, the Metro TV Online says if you change postings, you change your position, right? As a director, health minister. Remember, the 8th is a duty to call President Mahama. Ivory Coast announced appointment of Hervé Renard as head coach. And as Nations FC warm-up for historic CAF Confederations Cup debut with exalted FC friendly. And then there's also Gender Minister checks LEAP registration as 400,000 household targets. And now let's check out what the quote cards are saying briefly before we bring in our guest. So the quote cards this morning was Kel from Metro TV Online says Gender Minister checks LEAP registration as 400,000 households targeted. 4 arrested over 94.5 million cedis gold robbery in Wassa, Ekropong. And then as Ato Forcing promises fiscal discipline to winning investor confidence. Sheikh Aremia calls the National Memorial a timely tribute to falling 8. And then there's also Midiama to face TP Mazembe in preliminary round. All right. So, yeah, I promised you that, in fact, I hinted you earlier that we have a very special guest this morning. He's a special guest because we've been trying to get him on the show for a while now, but of course, duty calls. He's attending to the very job that we gave him to do, that the Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, and as you all can attest, there's been lots of positive feedback, positive remarks from both politicians and non-politicians who have actually had the course to experience the services at DVLA since he took over. That so far there's been some massive transformation at DVLA, and there's some of the facts because of time. Otherwise, we'll have brought you some of those feedback that's been shared by Ghanaians, ordinary Ghanaians, about their experience with the DVLA. And so we've called him to ask him, what is it that he's doing there that's gotten a lot of Ghanaians commending and complimenting and, praying and basically praising him for the good job that he's been doing. And so we've invited him here into the studio, and he's made time finally to join us here in the studio. I'm talking about one Julius Nikwe Kote. I think it's Kote, I believe. Yes, Kote. Yes. Kote. He's the Chief Executive Officer. He's the boss there, Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority. Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Good morning, my brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing very well.
I'm very fine.
Right. Just briefly, so who is Julius Nikwe Kote for persons who don't know you up close and personal? They've only experienced the good things you're doing, but they don't know a lot about you. So just briefly, who are you, and how does it feel to be the boss at DVLA? And then we'll get to some of the far-reaching, fantastic, wonderful reforms that you brought to DVLA. So first of all, who are you?
Julius Nikwe Kote, 39-year-old gentleman from Osu.
Okay, you're from Osu?
I'm from Osu.
Oh, nice.
And one may say, but our head house is in Asere Junction, that's Gamashi. But I'm from Osu.
Okay.
I schooled in St. Peter's to St. Thomas Aquinas, to the University of Ghana, UCC, and to GIMPA. I'm the constituency vice chairman for Clotte Colley. And I'm someone who believes in democracy. I believe at every point in time, everyone should be given the chance or the opportunity to, express or to also explore and also contribute his or a quota to Mother Ghana. So I'm someone who also believes in the National Democratic Congress, the fundamentals, the principles, the ideals that brought or gave birth to the NDC. So my party is in power. And President knows that I can do it, and he's appointed me to make him proud at the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA.
Wow. And so far, I can say, because I've actually accessed your services, and I can say that you have, over the period, justified the President's decision.
Thank you.
Just like with all appointments, you'd always have people who disagree and agree. With all appointments, it's not just related to yours alone. But
Moro,
I'm sure that
Moro,
those who...
Are you a banda?
I was just getting there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, V-Mate.
Sharp.
Oh, yeah, sharp. Yes, 205. V-Mate. Oh, yeah, 205. I was getting there because I saw some videos of you last time.
with Otokuno and Dr. Zato.
Yes, Apak and all. Quiet. And Otokuno.
Senior man Apak.
There's only Otokuno song that I it shake me small.
That's Bandabola.
Anyway, so let's get to brass tacks. Since we don't have all day today, you're a busy man, and we also have we don't have a lot of time. Now, when we talk about the DVLA, what happens there?
The DVLA is an institution. It was formerly called VELD, which was an Ghana police. But in 1999, it was made an authority This authority came about from an Act of Parliament, Act 569, which is for registration of vehicles and licensing of drivers. These are the two main things that DVLA engages in. And if you want to register your license, we have processes we will take you through. If you want to register your vehicle, we have processes we will take you through.
Okay.
So fundamentally, we have two main functions. That is driver licensing and vehicle licensing.
Okay.
That's why it is the driver and vehicle licensing authority. Meaning we register the driver, we license the driver, we again license the vehicle. Now, these are the two main functions of the authority called DVLA.
Okay, that's fine. Let's now talk about. So you've been in that office
1.5 years.
1.5 years. First of all, what stage did you meet the DVLA, and what are some of the changes that you brought there?
The DVLA, I wouldn't like to go into history though.
You see, the reason why this is
I understand you.
Yes, for us to
get where we are now.
We need to know where we are coming from.
I met a situation at the port where we used to account for 1,800 vehicles at the end of every month. It has always been 1,000. It was only on one occasion that it moved to 1,900 vehicles. That is the DP plate. We came into office and there was a proposal. Then I wasn't having a board. Went through the ministry to cabinet, gave us approval, and we implemented the DP sticker. That's the driven from port sticker. Since the implementation of that sticker, we've now, the lowest number of cars that have been cleared at the port per our statistics is not less than 15,000. So from 1,008 to 15,000 on monthly basis. So you ask yourself, what was wrong then? Because it's a plate and it cannot be scientifically verified. Someone can use the plate to bring about 3-4 cars out, 6-7 cars out with just one single plate. But with a sticker, it is a one-time on sticker. You cannot take it off and go and apply it on any other car. So proper accounts now is given at the port. Then we also register excavators with our quest to help fight Galamsey. We also register excavators now at the port. Now, all these excavators that we've registered, when they are arrested on or at the forest site, it is easy for DVLA to identify who brought in those excavators.
Right.
But before that, there was nothing like that.
Wow.
We have also expanded accessibility. I met DVLA with 33 offices. Today, I've added 24 new offices to the authority. I moved from the idea that we as an authority need to build our own office before we can serve the people in that community or that district. So I had a collaboration with Ghana Agency Support, Ghana Enterprise Support. That's where Mago is.
Right.
Ghana Enterprise Support.
Yeah.
Ghana Enterprise Agency. GA.
Yeah.
So we use their BRT buildings. Some other offices we go and rent, and then we also discharge our duties there.
Okay.
Now, why that idea? The DVLA doesn't need a very big office to operate.
Right.
All we need is to have good internet service to operate.
Okay.
And then the magnitude of cars in that very district.
Right.
So I moved from the idea where we need to build our own office because people not having access to us give access to Guru.
Right.
Our inability to be everywhere gives the Guru guys the access to also operate. Assuming you stay in Jomoro, my brother, the closest you have to move to access our services is either Axim or Takrady. Look at the distance.
That's too far.
That's too far. So we are strategically using this accessibility drive to do away with the Guru boys.
Okay.
We don't want to adopt the old way of doing things where people will go and bring military, police to fight them. The next day they are there. We are using strategy to do away with the Guru boys.
And Can I also say that it's also a way of bringing the services closer to the people?
Yes, exactly. It's a way of bringing the service closer. Because when you wake up and you have a DVLA office in Osu, why would you engage someone to go and have any service done for you? And they don't even go to the DVLA offices. Those Guru boys have their own way of doing things. And it will interest you to know that when we went through the ride-hailing documents and we're vetting their licenses, 75% of the licenses we vetted were all fake.
Really?
The Uber, Bolt, Taxify, those ride-hailing companies, 75% of the licenses we vetted were all fake. But do you know why the police is difficult for the police to identify? Okay. When you see the fake license and you see the correct one, you can hardly tell the difference. Hardly.
Wow.
Hardly will you be able to differentiate which one is good and which one is a fake one. But now we are bringing a scientific technology, or a technology that will be able to identify the fake from the correct one.
Wow, wow. You've already started walking us through some of the reforms and initiatives that you've introduced, and so far you've mentioned about 3 or so.
Yeah, we have a lot. Next, we are doing want to digitalize the number plate.
Okay.
Make it a smart number plate.
Why?
No, let me say this. You see the current number plate we have. You cannot scan for instant information.
Okay.
So, assuming something happens tomorrow, and the police or the security agencies need information, and it's Friday evening, they would have to wait Monday for DVLA to begin operation before we can get you that particular information. And in this modern age, modern Ghana, where we are all yearning for development, I mean, how can a whole institution like, or the number plate be something that cannot be scanned for instant information? The number plate is being produced at the roadside by the Guru boys. When you stand when you are going around 37, you see them holding the number plate.
Yes.
I did my own research. There is one woman at Pokwasi who has displayed number plates in front of a shop. So I went in there to tell her, madam, what did you say? She embosses number plate. Really? So I gave her a number to emboss for me. The next day, I paid 250 grants and got the number. This is a security document.
Wow.
You cannot just get up and the whole number plate, you just get it from the street. About 160 companies emboss number plates in Ghana, which cannot be so. Even in Nigeria, with the population they have, 150 million people, they manufacture number plates at one place, then they distribute for embossing. But in Ghana here, everybody gets up anywhere, anyhow, gets the machine, bang, 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 bang. They are just embossing number plates, which cannot be so. If you want to sanitize the road, if you want to do away with criminal activities that get vehicles involved, we must make sure we have credible number plates on our roads.
And the production of these fake number plates, obviously, is illegal.
It's illegal.
Have we started arresting them?
Yes, but you know why we were able to move the DV plate from everlasting 30,000 production every year to 100,000.
Tell me.
This year we've sold 100,000 DV plates. Before I got there, the highest DVLA I sold was 30,000.
Because the rest was sold on the black market? Because
the rest are fake. We went to La Paz, midnight with national security to arrest those people. It's a whole cartel, a whole cabal. They were there embossing the number plates.
Whoa.
We arrested fake, what do you call it, insurance stickers, fake logbooks, and fake number plates.
Hey.
And even when the DVLA compliance officers went on the street to check on the number plates, we were able to arrest more than 10,000 number plates at a go.
Oh.
Fake number plates at a go.
Wow.
Research tells us that our current number plate has been infiltrated by 5%. Moro, sometimes you'll be there and then a call comes from national security, a call comes from the Ghana police to investigate on a number, and the number is not in our system.
That's serious.
Because there are 25 illegal routes people use to bring cars to this country. Now, those illegal routes, work will be done on them. But when the car comes, sometimes they look at, they go to police stations, cars that are involved in accidents beyond repair. Then they put they go and emboss the number plates and put it. Sometimes too, they also photocopy original documents for people. Then they will call them, oh, I have custom documents for Land Cruiser 2024. They will bring Land Cruiser 2024, which has not paid duty. Then they hand over the documents to them, go to Abosokan, clone the documents, clone the chassis number. They change the chassis number and put the original one on the one that has not paid duty. Come to DVLA to register first. Then when the original owner now comes, it becomes problematic. So we brought in the cloning detectives.
Okay.
And in the space of 1 month, we have arrested 133 cars.
Wow.
Yes. So it tells you that without these cloning detectors, 133 cars within 1 month would have entered. You can now assume or imagine how many cars that have not paid duty have been registered by the DVLA.
Wow.
And we all want development. We are all yearning for development. Government needs money to run this country. So it is up to us to block all the loopholes. Now, when it comes to DVLA, when we began with the IPP Pro software, the DVLA officer, my officers, the DVLA staff, will now have the liberty to select whichever services is being required. What they do is that with the delinquency charges, they select and leave the delinquency charges out, negotiate with the people, they put money in their pockets.
What are delinquency charges?
So, assuming you are supposed to have roadworthy done yesterday,
okay,
and you didn't do it, when you go today, there's 1 day delinquency charge on it.
Okay. Right.
They now bargain with the drivers and put that money in their pocket. Wow. Now, with the new installation of the IPP Pro, it gives you the approved amount by Parliament. So you cannot select and deselect some again.
I see.
So in the first quarter, DVLA revenue shot up by 67%.
You're kidding me.
I'm telling you, the records are at the ministry. You can go and check. From finance, yes, you can check from Ministry of Finance. 67% because of loopholes.
That's very significant.
That's very significant. Because when I came, there were 12 companies that were registered and they were distributing number plates on behalf of DVLA. How can someone distribute number plates on behalf of DVLA? How is this work so difficult to do for someone to distribute number plates on behalf of DVLA? So I cancelled all the 12 companies, gave contracts to people, contract staff, employed them to do the distribution report. And from 1,800, the highest DVLA did before I got into office, now the lowest we have done is 15,000. So it tells you that, Moro, if someone is selling DV plates at 2,000 Ghana cedis, and they are selling about 70,000 DV plates at the end of beginning of every year, how much is the state losing?
Speaking about plugging the loopholes, we'll come back to maybe the number plate shortly before you take the over. Speaking about loopholes, I saw something that you posted on Facebook, must have been last week or so, and you said, "Good morning, Ghana. Roadworthy Service Levy Level Agreement (SLA) from 2023 to 2025 was $155 million. Roadworthy Service Level Agreement (SLA) from 2026 to 2028 is now 2 million cedis. What's going on?" He said, "Don't be surprised. We're getting better negotiators and managers."
Yes. Thank you. So, you know the roadworthy stickers that we put on our cars,
yes,
which shows that the car is good to be on the road.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
The system that we use, after signing and we pay the contractor, we have what we call the service level agreement.
Okay.
The service level agreement is where the man brings his computers for printing, his printers, his own software, everything. And when there's any issue or on weekly or monthly basis, he comes to upgrade or update the system. He comes to work on the if the PC is not working well, he will replace it. That is the service level agreement.
Okay.
And we pay for it.
Okay.
Now, in 2023, the DVLA entered into an agreement to pay the gentleman $51.8 million annually
for the
service level agreement. $51.8 million annually. They signed for 3 years. That is 2023, 2024, 2025. Making $155.4 million for the 3 years. Now that has expired. They didn't pay the money. That has expired. We had to enter into renegotiation with the gentleman. Let me say a very big thank you to my Minister for Transport, Honorable Bukari Joseph Mukwe, my Deputy Foster, and other Deputy Yeboah. we entered into a negotiation with the man. I told him, Massa, if DVLA, yours is a vehicle-related activity, and we give 85% of our vehicle-related activity IGF to road fund. So last year, DVLA gave road fund 80 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
If I'm to pay you this amount of money, I mean, where is the DVLA going to operate? How are we going to survive? So we have given the platform to work in Ghana. Also help us. He's the Ghanaian. Also help us. With Georgia, we went up and down, and we ended for the 3 years 2 million Ghana cedis. Renegotiated to 2 million Ghana cedis. But he's saying that the outstanding amount, he'll still deal with it. But from 2026, 2027, 2028, 2 million Ghana cedis.
That's interesting.
So from $155 million to 2 million Ghana cedis.
That's serious. That's
why we are better
saving about 95%
and negotiators.
Well, of course. I mean, look at the numbers. You're talking 155 to 2 million.
Yes, $155 million.
Dollars to 2 million.
2 million Ghana cedis.
Wow. Which is just about.
Someone must answer for something here.
No, I was just getting there. So people are being. I hope that people are being interrogated and
the time will
queried.
That is not meant for this platform. The time will come.
All right. So what else do we need to know about some of the news? So this is a new number plate.
Okay, so let's start. Can you please go back for us?
Okay.
So we'll start the demonstration.
Yes, please go back. Yes, this one.
Yeah, go back once.
Please go back one more step, and let's
one more step for us.
Yeah, please go back one more step.
One more step. Go back one more step for us, so we can start from there. Then people will have a better understanding.
Yes.
No, go back. We are going down rather.
Oh, please go back.
Go backwards. Backwards. No.
Not the white, not the yellow. Okay.
For this.
Oh, no problem. They'll sort it out. They'll sort it out. They'll work on that briefly, and then.
No, I want to show
how the new number, the new features. Okay.
Yes.
They'll sort it out. Don't worry.
On the number plate, we have the biennial renewal sticker.
Okay.
So you see there's some circle on it. No, it should go down. Go down. It should come down. It should come down. It should come down.
Right.
Which is the biennial renewal sticker. That sticker is what we are going to use to verify the actual and accurate number of cars on our roads.
Right.
If you ask me what is the accurate number of cars on our roads, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
Now we have the ISO specified Republic of Ghana there, the country's name over there.
Right.
We have the national flag over there.
Okay.
The flag of Ghana, beautiful flag of Ghana. Then we have the Ghana map.
Okay.
At the background of the plate.
Okay.
Now.
It will be shown. It will be on the screenshot.
I wanted to demonstrate. I wanted to show something to them, so it will be good for them to.
All right.
I mean, show it now.
Okay.
So if you look at something like this, I can show this to you.
Okay. So features of the new vehicle registration number plate.
Yes, that's what I wanted to explain to the public.
There's a 958 GR X. That's just all.
Yeah, this is the number.
That's the number.
So 958 GRXY. Now the 958 is the vehicle number.
Okay, so that's it.
Exactly, this is what I was showing.
Okay.
So the 958 is the vehicle number. Then the GR over there is the center of registration's code.
Oh, not the region where it was registered. So the center.
The center of registration code.
Okay.
So assuming this very car was registered in Adenta, the GR will be AD.
Oh.
Assuming it was registered in Tema, it will be GT.
Okay.
Assuming it was registered in Wija, it will be GW.
Okay.
Assuming this car was registered in Karanza, it will be NK.
Okay.
So based on where the vehicle was registered, the first two alphabets are always constant.
Okay.
They are the constant code given to the district office or the regional office.
I got it.
So because let's assume this is registered in Hacho. That is why you have the GR, because the Hacho regional code is GR. Their code is GR. Now the XY are randomly identification mark. They have no meaning.
Okay.
They have no meaning. So
it doesn't mean it's a constant.
No, that one changes.
It changes.
So we are 4 in the studio now. My brother over there can have 958 GRAA.
Okay.
Moro, you can have 958 GRAB. Our senior can have 958 GRZZ.
Okay.
I can have 958 GRQY.
Okay.
So as for the last two, it changes according to the alphabet.
Okay.
And this algorithm gives us 6.7 million numbers at a particular station.
Interesting.
But the current one gives us 10,000 numbers.
Wow.
So you have the Greater Accra, the region of registration also over there. And this number plate has a SIM, a smart SIM.
Okay.
Which is the RFID SIM, and then the NFC security system. For the NFC, when you take your phone there, any Ghanaian will have that information on what are the physical things you can see on the car. The color of the car that is there for everyone to see, the type of car, the type of vehicle, the number plate of the vehicle. That one, every Ghanaian can see it over there. So assuming somebody steals your car and wants to remove the number plate, we have what you call the one-time screw on. The screw we are going to use for this plate goes only clockwise. When you go anti-clockwise, you destroy the plate. So tomorrow you cannot remove your number plate and fix it somewhere else.
Somebody else's car.
And every Ghanaian can see. But when you are a security officer, we are guided by the Data Protection Act. When you are a security officer, you are of that caliber. Then when you scan, you can now go further to see who imported the car, who registered the car, and then sometimes the NI features of the person. Your name, the age, everything, your house number, everything now comes in. But with the NFC, you see the physical one.
Right.
But when you use the scanning device to scan, that's where you go further to see more details on the vehicle.
Wow.
Now, this number, 958, is now issued to Moro's name.
Okay.
It's no more issued to the vehicle. So Moro, when you sell the vehicle to me, you take your plate off, then I will go for a new number plate from DVLA. So the instance where someone's car is involved in a criminal activity said, I sold my car 2 years ago, it's not me. I sold my car 5 years ago, I can't even see the person, will be a thing of the past. So when you sell your car to someone, you take your number plate off, DVLA deactivates the number. When you want, within 5 years, when you're able to buy the same category of car, you will come for us to give you the number back because the number is your bona fide property now for 5 years.
Okay.
But if after 5 years you don't buy the same category of car, the number plate goes back to the DVLA pool for a reissuance.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. What if I want to own the number plate? I mean, I want to have my names inscribed on it.
That what will come. We'll get there. Let's go to the next one. We'll get there. It's part of it. So these are the security features of the plates. When we go to the next one, you should go down. You see the next one is for private vehicle registration number plates.
Okay.
And that one too is with a white background.
Right.
Everything is white. This one is a private.
9999 for private people.
For private people.
Okay.
This is for private people.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
All right.
Let's go to the next one. Then you see this is for commercial.
Right.
Commercial has the yellow background.
Right.
And let me say this: the commercial license will not be different from private license.
Okay.
When you have a private license, you can't engage in commercial activities, commercial driving.
All right.
But when you have a commercial license, you can drive a private car.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, okay, right.
Because the driving age for commercial is different from driving age for private.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
The next one is for government vehicle.
Okay.
That's the GV, the same style government vehicle with the colors red, gold, green beside it.
Okay.
At the tip. Then you have 0402. One may ask, what is it?
Okay.
The 04 is for the ministry, the 02 is for the agency and the ministry.
Right.
So assuming this car is for DVLA, it tells you that when we're doing our coding, the Ministry of Transport is 04 on the code, and then the DVLA is the second institution and the Ministry of Transport.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yes. Let's go to the next one.
All right. So that's is that the last one or there's another?
No, we have another one. Let's be fast.
All right.
The next one, let's go to the next one, please. This is for electric vehicles.
Okay.
This is how the number plate will look like.
With a green color.
The green car beside it.
Okay.
This is for, so let me ask you, where was this car registered? You can see AD at the first suffix.
That's Adenta.
Adenta, that's all. You've gotten it.
Very easy. Interesting.
So all cars registered in Adenta will have AD at the beginning of their suffix.
Okay. Wow.
That is it. Let's go to the next one, which is the That is it. Diplomatic vehicle registration number plates.
Okay.
You know, we have our CD. You have to do that respect. So they have their own plates. And then let me see. This year we arrested someone who has used this, who has gone to emboss his number plates and is running with it. Then the next one is the consular call.
All right.
The consular call, you know, they are different from the diplomatic missions.
Absolutely.
So this one is for the consular call. Let's go to the next one. They have the red writing with the white background. This is for international organization.
Okay.
UN, FAO, World Bank, IMF. When they come, this is the number we are going to give to them.
Okay.
And foreign affairs issues this time, but we do the embossing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do the embossing.
All right.
Let's go to the next one. A very interesting one, which you were asking me of.
Yeah.
The next one is for trailer.
Okay.
This is trailer.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how to describe, but the trailer head will be registered different from the tail, from the back.
Okay.
That's the bed.
Okay.
Now, why? Because people own the head different from the back.
Oh, I see.
Some people have only the back and they rent it out.
Okay.
Some people have only the head and they rent it out.
Okay.
And then we're also going to give them digital log books. When you move your trailer and you don't clock in, you have issues with the police. Because we're going to track the number of trailers in the system and the ones that also come from outside.
Right.
So this trailer was registered in Adenta. You see AD over there. When you come down, you see equipment for excavators.
Excavators,
We are now going to separate excavator registration from the main private registration.
Okay.
So all excavators will have this blue color beside it of their plates.
Okay.
Yes. Now we come to private motors, the next one.
Okay. As a what we call Okada?
No, this one is private. No, go back. Yes, this is private motor. You see, there's M over there.
Yes.
M over there.
Yes.
So that this is the private. So the M with the blue, deep blue background is for private motor.
Okay.
I have a motor. I'm going to work. I have a motor. I come back. It's private.
Right.
Private motor.
Right.
When you come down again, you see the private tricycles, quad bikes. This one.
Okay.
Somebody has a tricycle. It's private.
Yes.
He's using to for only he. Maybe I'm going to the farm. I'm going. It's not using
not for commercial purpose.
Not for commercial purpose.
Okay.
Now they will also get the deep blue background with the T beginning.
Okay.
When you come down again, you see something wonderful. Every Ghanaian is happy about. Okada, Okada,
Campaign promise.
No, the LI has been passed.
I know.
We are about to implement it.
I'm just reminding people there was something you promised. Yes, it was a campaign promise. You are delivering on that.
This is it. This is the Adama plate.
I see.
Now it will be visible as compared to the small number plates we see behind motors.
Yes.
Now it's really like the police motor number plates.
Okay.
So it will be visible by all. And this one, all these number plates have RFID chip embedded in them.
Interesting. To track things.
So this is for the Okada, the commercialization of motor riding.
Okay.
This is their number plate. Let's go to the next one. Then you see that we have commercial tricycles.
Yes.
This is their plate.
Quadricycles and quad bikes.
Yes, exactly. This is their plate. They also have different. Do you know why we did this concept?
Why?
Someone registered one motorbike, and has 5 other motorbikes, and bought the same number and put it on all the 5. So when you arrest the document, you know it's a motorbike.
Yes.
But the chassis numbers are different. This is the almighty DV people don't understand. Let me explain this once again. The DV is called defective vehicle.
Okay.
So when you bring a car from the port, we'll give you DP.
Yes.
Driven from port. You have only 2 weeks to use the car and register it.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, the law was silent then.
Okay.
Now, after 2 weeks, if you are a garage owner, you sell cars, you come for DV.
Okay.
The DV is what will give you the liberty to use the car to fix a defect on the vehicle.
Okay.
So it is not meant for you and I who don't operate garages.
Oh.
Now we are saying that if you're a Ghanaian and you don't want to register your car, come for the temporary sticker.
Okay.
Which will be given to you for 6 months.
And that's the blue one?
That's the blue one. The temporary sticker.
Okay.
We've introduced the ceremonial plate.
Just married?
Just married. So, Moro, are you married?
Oh.
Or just divorced? Or sample right. Moro, sample right, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
When you go to funerals, you have rest in peace on the car. It's not legal. We are not making it legitimate.
Okay.
We are not making it legal.
Oh, and then Gamanche.
No, this is a particular identification mark.
Okay.
This is what gave me issue in Parliament. So Moro, when you write Moro on this number, when you write Moro on the car, even if Moro is your surname, BBN doesn't see it as your surname.
Okay.
We see it as your particular identification mark.
Oh.
That is what it is.
Okay.
Then we come to the cloning. We come to onboarding. What is onboarding?
We have just 2 minutes to go.
Yes, onboarding is when we give you documents when you register a car.
Right.
Then we are saying, come and make it digital.
Okay.
The cloning device is what we brought in that checks and arrests cars that chassis numbers have been cloned.
Okay.
No, we have done 24 hours in Adenta, but all regional offices, including every DVLA office in Greater Accra, does extended service from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
So Adenta doesn't close; they do 24 hours. Tema closes at 10 p.m. Head office will close at 10 p.m. Wija 10 p.m. Hacho 10 p.m. Every DVLA regional office closes at 10 p.m.
Interesting. Wow. I think you've blown all of us away, and kudos to you. Kudos. You've done such a yeoman's job, and it's been an eye opener. Honestly, it's been an eye opener. This is what we call transformation.
We'll put discipline on
yes. It's very, very important.
The points management system. When you overspeed, when you pass by red light, when you pass through red lights and other offences on the road, the traffic tech camera will get you, and then we will also take points off your license.
Hey.
Yes, we are bringing that.
Just like happens
in the UK. We'll take points off your system. When your points get exhausted, you go back to the driving school.
Wow. Well, it's called how do you call it? The system must work, and it has to work, and it is working. Thank you so very much. That's the man, Julius Nikwe Kote. Is the Chief Executive Officer of DVLA. What a presentation this morning. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. So stay with us. My guests are here for us to review the papers.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocates Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking Publishing, think Advocates Publishing.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561-032-252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, aim to serve a peculiar health need.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Samacha Sapapadia to a mammy man for Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so by a man is swing, Nasasu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chopballs, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note: All our wooden chalk boxes are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbug.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.eduparkgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPark, approved and supported by GES.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpong.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is live on 94.1 FM. My guests are here. We're going to start reviewing the papers. So joining us is Isaac Yabuamanyako. He's a lawyer and also MP for the Efia constituency. He's Honorable Member of Parliament for the Efia constituency. He's also a tax person, so you see two in one. That's a very powerful man. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Moro. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. And,
awesome.
You know, I know how it is like when you come in the morning and there's a one-on-one. Once in a while we do these things.
Today we are quiet because you had DVL in the house.
We saw at some point. So let me proactively apologize.
I know, but I think that was an insightful engagement. Yes. Let me commend also the Chief Executive, Nikwe, for a good job he's doing. You know, DVLA has been one of the most transformative agencies over the time. I believe for the past 12 years, 10 to 12 years, we've seen tremendous improvement in their activities. And so I was highly impressed when he said they haven't delivered on the 24-hour services, but at least they are doing an extended service.
It says Adenta is delivering 20.
It's not only, but if you are only Adenta doing 24 hours out of the entire country.
That's what excites me.
No. So at least, but I'm here to confirm.
Right.
From Takrady, when he said that was the first time I've heard that extended service at the regional offices. So I believe I will test it when I go back to the constituency. But if you have that service, I think it will go a long way in helping those who, due to some work constraints, are unable to attend to their services to do just that.
You know, the decentralization policy for me is exciting because it does two things. It brings the services closer to the people. And then the second thing it does also is that it also creates employment for a lot of people. Because now all you need is some small kiosk somewhere, licensed by the DVLA, and you provide the services on their behalf.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot more people, private people, are going to get involved and opening all kinds of, the opening offices, of course, subject to the
job opportunities.
Exactly.
If you see the way the mobile money business had opened up the sector, allowing, and you'll be amazed some of the returns that gets to those who work in that sector. I had a small group of people who opened one years ago at JRA, and then it started as a small enterprise. The lady was being paid 500 cedis. Today she's earning in excess of 2,500 to 3,000. You know, without even the commission. So this is someone who has been working over the past years, and a monthly salary is in excess of 3,000. And so you don't take some of these interventions for granted.
They say the effect of public policy.
Yes.
Economic and public policy. Anyways, so let's also say Honorable Abdul Fattah Al Hassan is also here. He's the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Yendi constituency, also a private legal practitioner. Thank you very much for joining us, Honorable.
No, thank you. And good morning to you, and good morning to your cherished viewers, and good morning to my good brother. And then let me say a big good morning to the new Kampa Kuyana, the newly installed regent of Dabo.
That was a big deal.
It was, and a big ceremony, and we say a big thank you to whoever made it to the ceremony, including the president and all the, including the former vice president and all those the dignitaries. And then I also realized who said Nikwe here. The coincidental Moro, the Yendi has also been given a temporary office, DVLA office, but there is a place that they are yet to build their own building, but currently we are making do with the GEA, the Ghana Enterprise Agency, their office. So we've acquired some space for them. And the day we're supposed to commission the office for DVLA services to take off in Yendi was when we were burying the late Yana, the overlord of the boy. So we had to put things on hold. So yesterday I was actually at the office, the DVLA office. Unfortunately, when I went, the Nikwe, the CEO, and all his two deputies were locked up in a meeting, so I didn't get to meet them. So I was just informing him that we just need a date. We were expecting them to give us a new date for us to commission it, because it's actually going to open the area up for a lot of other opportunities.
Okay, so gentlemen, let's do this briefly. I mean, the nation has been remembering our fallen heroes, 8 of them. I mean, last year, 6th August, some of them, I'm sure, are your very good friends, very close friends, and we saw what happened to them with that helicopter crash. We've been mourning them since because put the fact that they are public figures, but they're human beings of lives, and we know the implications, both social and also political implications. So for the political implications, the NDC is one of the NDC's big loss. Of course, there's also the Ghana losing them, and also social implications as in their families, you know, losing them. So now today's Ghanaian Times has been reporting about yesterday's big event, the 1-year memorial service which was held on their behalf. Now Julius Yapeteti and Agnes Opoku Sapong are reporting the memories of the 8 people who died in the August 6, 2025 helicopter crash were rekindled in Accra yesterday, and as the nation marked the first anniversary of their passing. Now, at a solemn national interfaith memorial service, families, friends, and former colleagues of the departed 8 gathered to honor their lives, reflect on their contributions, and celebrate the legacies they left behind. It was held on the theme, Lives of Service, Legacies of Sacrifice. Now, the service featured Bible readings, Quranic recitations, and recitations, hymns, and emotional reflections from relatives of the deceased. The ceremony was attended by President John Dramani Mahama, Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, Chief of Staff Dr. Julius Deborah, General Secretary of the governing NDC, Mr. Fifi Kwete, Ministers of State, members of Parliament, heads of security agencies, members of the clergy, traditional leaders, members of the diplomatic community, and the general public. In a national memorial address, President Mahama said honoring the 8th was a duty of a nation grateful for their sacrifice and also service. A country that forgets those who served it slowly forgets the values on which it is built. Now, memory, therefore, is not simply about looking backwards. It is an act of national character and value. He added that remembering them affirmed that sacrifice mattered, service was honorable, and lives dedicated to the nation would never be forgotten. He also says that he had often reflected on the sacrifices made by men and women in public service, many of whom spent long, periods away from their families and worked under difficult conditions without recognition. He's urging Ghanaians to appreciate those who dedicated their lives to national development, saying their commitment should inspire a stronger sense of responsibility towards public service. Today, we must resolve to appreciate public service even as it is performed daily, to appreciate those who labor faithfully, often without recognition, because they believe in something that is greater than themselves. Now, Sheikh Armiyahu, who delivered a message on behalf of the National Chief Imam, said every human being was destined to die, but leaving behind a positive legacy should be a deliberate effort. And it goes on and on and on. Of course, the Ghanaian Times gives us a list of all the persons who unfortunately passed on. What are your brief thoughts on yesterday's event and everything as the president has said?
Moro, thank you very much. And once again, a good morning to our cherished viewers and my colleague, counsel, and member of parliament for Yendi.
Yeah.
Moro, the good book says we should mourn with those who mourn and celebrate with those who celebrate. Let me first start by acknowledging two of my constituents who have had the benefit of getting scholarship to undertake some programs in Algeria.
Okay.
I take this very seriously because before I became MP, one of the clarion call has been how to provide some support for our constituent to get scholarship outside the country. Last year, I was able to assist about 8 students to travel out of the country. Just last Wednesday, that is 2 days ago, 2 other students have been able to get full scholarship to go to Algeria.
Congratulations to you.
Yes, I'm very excited to see them. And the import of it is to open up education to the outside world, and so they can also learn something and come back to the country. Moro, let me also thank our good brother Robert Coleman.
Okay.
You remember last week when I was here, he's not delivered the AstroTurf yet. It's too short.
Yes.
But at least we engaged, and then he directed me on something to do, and I've done that for him.
Okay.
So we are working towards securing one AstroTurf for the good people of Efia.
Okay.
And this is important because in one of the areas, Lagos town, and we have a park called Banchase Park. That is, we had an AstroTurf built by the Takoradi Mall. Unfortunately, it has completely deteriorated. And the mall are having difficulty renovating it. So I've asked Robert, as we engage, to do something about the park. In the interim, the people saw me, the youth came to see me if we could remove the green stuff and then also put some sand or so on it so that they can have access to play, so they reduce their injury. I'm working with the assembly. I've made some requests for the drip machines. You know, the drip machines, we have the compactor, the backhoe, and the tipper trucks and the rest to work on. So I've written to my municipal chief executive to release those machines so that at least I can fuel them, I can buy the needed sand and the rest, so we can make the park a bit comfortable for the boys. It was AstroTurf for challenge, and completely it wasn't well done. Yes, so I'm now working with Robert Coleman to see how best we can get that today. I think it's important to deal with it. You know Peter McMahon, our former chairman. Yes, he's lost the wife. That's why I'm also in black. We are having 1 week selling 1 week here today at East Legon. So I'll be joining the flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Baumia, to also commiserate with him. I think it's important to extend my deepest condolence to our venerable Peter McMahon. He was our regional chairman in the Western region before taking up the mantle as national chairman. So I thought it was important to clear this.
One of the election gurus we have in this country.
Yes. Moro, with regards to 1 year remembrance of the unfortunate tragedy that befell this country a year ago, I still have memories, bad memories and feeling on that day. I remember a year ago then I was in the constituency. I was literally having a meeting with some of my executives when I had the first call trying to check if I was okay. I didn't understand. I said, oh yeah, I'm in Takoradi. They said, okay. The person went off. I had a second call. That, where am I? I said, I'm in Takoradi. They said, am I not involved in that an accident? I said, no. I've been in the constituency for some. Apparently, when they heard Boama, they thought I was, and they were hearing some MP I was completely blank because I had not heard anything of that sort. So immediately I went on phone, tried to check in Parliament whether some incident had happened, and then I got to know of the unfolding catastrophe that had befallen this country. In fact, it's a very, very sad day for Ghana a year ago, because personally I know Mutala very closely. He was my junior colleague at KNUST when I was doing my master's program. And then we were all political activists. So we were very, 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 very vocal when it comes to making arguments concerning youth and so on and so forth. And then he led the way to Parliament. As I was working with JRA, and we kept a very, very, very strong bond and relationship until I met him in Parliament and then was made the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. I had the benefit of also serving on that committee of Environment, Science and Technology. So he was literally our sector minister, and then we exercised oversight. We never had up to 2 meetings with him as a minister.
Wow.
Yes, and that tragic incident occurred. For Mane Boama, I've known him from afar, liked his demeanor. In fact, he was one of the finest ministers I was observing from afar, until we filed a question on the military aircraft. And that was his second or third appearance to answer question in Parliament. And anytime you ask a question, he always, I don't know whether because of his medical background or what have you, he will go to the history of it, give you context, and he will give you so much detail that by the time he finishes, for you to even do follow-up, you don't even know where to do your follow-up. So I was always admiring his, and he was very honest. Many a times from where I sat, I saw his responses as very candid. When you even do follow-up, he's ready to tell you access and so on. So the last visit he came to Parliament, I met him outside when he was going, and then we exchanged pleasantries. He got to know me as Boama as well, and then he asked me to contact him the next week. So he sent me a message on Tuesday. I was supposed to meet him on Wednesday also. He sent me a message that if I'm coming, I should see some aid, and then he will bring me to his office. 2 days or 4 days later, the guy was involved in this accident. So seriously, it's a bad one. But Moro, 1 year down the line, the question I ask myself is, what led to the death? First, they were on their way to supervise or to attend a function that had to do with the Galamsey menace. Okay.
It's the launch of the community mind services.
Exactly. And he was very, very keen in supporting the Ministry of Environment with some of the military interventions to do it. But what has happened after his demise? In fact, when he died, there was a national clarion call to take advantage of that to fight this Galamsey issue. 1 year down the line, are we saying that their labor has been in vain? Because seriously, I have not seen any concerted effort by this country to use the death of Omanebo and co to stem the fight against Galamsey. Now it is all over. In fact, the recent Cocoa Board bill that we had to pass, there were provisions in that bill that had to stop even transfer of your own property where you have cocoa, because we are afraid that they will be selling those lands for people who engage in Galamsey. So the fight against Galamsey, we completely lost it. And I believe that it is a shame to us as we remember the death of our 8 gallant officers, those from the military and the former NDC vice chairperson and the former MP for Obuasi, who were all involved in this tragedy. You know, this country, when things happen, we are quick to set commissions of inquiry. They made some recommendations. As we even speak today, go back to the recommendations of the committee.
Yeah.
Whether we've continued, we've started the training and getting new equipment for the Ghana Air Force and so on and so forth. We just do this and time passes and we forget and go back to normal business. And so I feel very pained this morning that these people lost their lives in the service of this country. And this country was supposed to put up some monumental steps to combat the things that they were going to fight against. And as we speak now, very little can be shown. So it's unfortunate, but let me take this opportunity to also express again my condolence to the bereaved wife and children. I know government set up some funds, endowment fund to support them in education. That I'm very sure, because of the personal relationship they had with the president, I believe that a lot is going on to support their kids. We wish them well.
You know, for the president, it's very personal to him.
Yeah,
I mean, beyond the fact that he had a personal relationship with Omani, Omani was going there to represent him with the likes of Alhaji Limuna. The two of them were supposed to represent him. And Alhaji Limuna's going there was not even something which was planned earlier. It was an 11th hour decision, you know. And anyway, we said, you know, that's why Muslims have a saying. Anytime we hear somebody's passed, and we say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, which means that to him we come from, and to him we'll go back. You know, so he gave, he takes. Anyway, what's been going through your mind?
Thank you so much.
Wait, first of all, were you at the memorial service?
No, yesterday, no. I wasn't there. We are scheduled to be at the Ministry of Environment today.
Oh, okay.
For a similar service for Honorable Mutala, specifically. And so it's actually supposed to start at 9. And so I'm scheduled to be there, including other MPs. And
sorry for delaying you. We apologize.
No, it's been. But just yesterday, I was at the Chief Whip Secretariat, the Family Post Secretariat, and I was reminding the girls there that there was a time I came there to sort 1 or 2 issues out, and then we were there, and Honorable Mutala walked in. What happened was that he went to his office in Parliament. And then I think he was going to use the washroom also, and he ended up locking his door, locking the key inside. So he was left outside, he was stranded. So he came to Chief Whip's office to get the lady, to get the name of the technical guys, the technician, the
maintenance officer,
the guys there, to come and help open the door for him. So when I was there yesterday, I was reminding them that, I remember the last, and they said, they were all talking about Honorable Mutala. And I remember the very day the incident happened, that moment we're in Kofri as education committee, we're going through the mid-year budget of our agencies. And I remember there was, I don't know, it wasn't GES that was before us on that very day. We had attended to a number of agencies, and there was one agency that was right before us when the news came. And then Patricia, all of a sudden, my phone was down. I wasn't looking at my phone, but all of a sudden I could see people looking at their phones and trying to talk to each other. And so Patricia's face just changed immediately. Then one person will tell you this, another person will go and tell the other person this. Then I also took my phone. Then we all started seeing messages, and all manner of names were flowing here and there. So it just put the whole discussion on hold.
Yeah.
But that was when we ended the whole day. We were supposed to run up to Friday. It was a Wednesday. And that was where we ended the whole discussion. And that very morning, strangely, I had sent him a message that morning, and I was still waiting for his reply. And the reply was what I got.
Oh God.
That news. It's been tragic, and I am happy of the fact that the state has taken it up to support the families. Limuna, I got closer to Limuna in 2020 when we had the 2020 elections. He was one person who was always reaching out to me in my constituency, and he had very good friends among the NPP in my constituency, and he would always call them and speak to them about me. Anytime he engaged one or two people, he would call me and say, "Oh, try and go and visit this person. Try and go and greet this person. I've spoken to this person about those things." So he was always in touch. In fact, unfortunately, the 2024 election, he was so busy. I didn't get, and so we didn't get to engage much than like we did in 2020. But he was also that go-to person. He was one free person. And Dr. Mani-Buama, when he took over, I got closer to Dr. Mani-Buama when I was with MTN. Then he was the Minister for Communications.
Right.
And I was also in charge of government affairs. And so anytime the CEO of MTN or the Corporate Services Executive wanted to meet the minister in charge or any government institution, be it the president or any other, I would facilitate it. So I was always in Omani's office. Yes, to do those facilitations.
At the time, did you know you were in DC?
No. Then my political things was not out there. And I remember, so that was when I got to know Sam George too. Okay. Sam George was also working with him in that office. So sometimes you go and see Sam George hanging around.
At the time, Sam George was communication specialist at the presidency.
At the presidency. So he was always seen with Mani-Buama those times. So that was when I got to know that. And so and this man has always been up to the task. Look at when he took over the election directorate of our party in the 2024 elections. In fact, initially some of us said, this man, I don't know him as an IT person. Can he really deliver? But in fact, he actually shocked everybody.
Omani is very well read.
He actually over-delivered to some of us. And so on this day, we can only say, may the good Lord continue to have mercy on their souls. And I'm also happy that some funds, I hear they've put about 30 million Ghana cedis or so into that support fund for them, for the family. And I pray that we'll continue to even support them the more so that at least that void is filled somehow.
I know when last week the president unveiled what the state had for them, there was something that the surviving spouses said, which I thought was quite instrumental. Apparently, the president has been personally, he's been calling them to check up on them, which I thought was good. Anyway, but for me, the biggest lesson as we move to our next topic is that, you see, we tend to take it for granted when we sit in our cars. I'm not even talking helicopters, so I'm talking mobility. You move from one point to the other, and you get down, and we think that it's all right. Because you can move from one point, but you may not get to the next point. Anything is possible. Just this morning when I was coming to work, some guy just rammed into some guy's car. Anything could have happened. But we take these things for granted. I mean, I'm not sure they had any scintilla of feeling or indication that anything could have happened to them. But it is what it is. So when you move from your house, wherever, you move from one point to the other, whether you're on a motorbike, whether you are driving, whatever, you must always say, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah. If you're Muslim, if you're Christian, you say thanks be to God when you come down from your car.
But anyway, still on this issue of what are we remembering them for as a country? What decision has government been able to make that would let us know that these people's death is not in vain?
I agree with you.
It's very, very crucial.
It's a very important question.
Yes. You can't have 8 people die and then commit to fight
the only thing illegal. We just have to win the war against Galamsey. That's the biggest legacy we can leave for them. But anyway, so Honorable, so your party was fully aware that yesterday was going to mark 1 year exactly. 1 year exactly when our fallen heroes left us. And then you decided to set your protest day, the demonstration day, on the same day. Meanwhile, most of these people who died, well, aside the fact that they were public servants, and aside the fact that they were your very good friends, look at the circumstances under which they died. And then you set yesterday to coincide with exactly 1 year since they died. And even the day or two before the event, you had some public, officers asking why you decided to set the day on that day. I think the day before you had like the likes of Dr. Edwin Tamaklo, who said, look, this decision to go on demonstration on the day the 8 individuals died is just a desecration of their memory. So it's more like you're not respecting the dead. But you still went ahead and, staged your protest. In fact, you even went after those who were questioning why you decided to do the demonstration yesterday. Now, before you get to the nitty-gritties about the reasons why you went on the demonstration, whether from where you sit, whether it's been successful or otherwise, what went into that? Well, I'm assuming you were a member of the planning committee. I'm assuming. But even if you're not, can you hazard a guess why you decided, of all the dates, to protest yesterday instead of remembering your very good friends? You just sat here a few minutes talking about your relationship with Tala, Manibuama, and is that the best way to remember them, by going on protest and demonstration?
Moro, thank you. So I don't have any clear indication as to what necessarily went into the decision to pick that day. But as you said, this demonstration had been planned over a long period of time. You don't just plan such a national program without having some earlier engagement consultations. And so from the little information I know, this planning process had gone on for quite a while. And then the date was chosen. My indication or information is that when the date was chosen, the organizers had not averted their mind to the 1 year remembrance of the fallen heroes. So the date was already signed off by the planning committee and preparations were ongoing. It was when they made public disclosure of the date that attention was drawn to the effect that this date coincides with the memory and the 1 year of our fallen heroes. Again, in terms of government's own program for the 1 year celebration was not also clearly outlined. It depends on how government was also going to run the day, whether we were going to hold memorial service like was done, the itinerary of the executive and all. In the course of time, when this was brought to the attention of the organizers, effective information had not gotten to them as to how government intends to also deal with the day. So logistic-wise and information-wise and mobilization-wise, it was also going to be a little difficult changing postponing the date. I believe that at any point in time when attention was brought to bear, we could, as much as practicable, negotiate to see if we could do it a day after, like today or what have you. But once again, it will be a difficult decision or position to make without recourse to exactly what the organizers say. But it's never in anyone's reasonable contemplation that it was held on the day to desecrate the memory of the fallen heroes. Everybody within the New Patriotic Party, civil society organizations, other political parties who were actively involved in this planning process believe that our fallen heroes should always be respected, they should be remembered for what they contributed to the development of this country. And so let me unreservedly apologize to anybody, any Ghanaian, irrespective of who the person is, if they feel that decision to hold that demonstration flouts in their face, let them forgive. I believe it was well intended for the demonstration, but not to do anything that would impugn on the sensibilities of the families of the fallen heroes. And so if anybody feels slighted by that action, on my personal behalf, I would render an apology to that effect. So we look at the substance of it, and as a party, we've always respected some of these situations that happens to us. When President Mills died, we all gave him a national honor. We remembered him a year on down the line, up to even the 14th remembrance service. I spoke on it in Parliament. And so I think it's one of those things that happen. Maybe we may pick lessons from it going forward and do better than it.
Well, I think that I like your posture towards this because some of your colleagues are rather attacking persons who are asking these very legitimate questions, and you have decided to say it was just a genuine case of it slipping your mind. You totally escaped you. And you've also raised the practical difficulty in postponing it, because organizing these things doesn't come easy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of planning. Yeah. You know, but it wasn't. The optics didn't look good. You know, the optics didn't look good. But anyway, I'm not here as a guest. I'm only moderating. Honorable. Why do you want to stop people from exercising their democratic rights? Because
I thought we were still talking about the date, the choice of that day. Now you're moving the topic.
Why should they not go on demonstration? Because we have to remember.
We hasn't actually touched on the substance of their democracy.
No. So you see, we're building up. We're building up.
But I think
it's become a big issue.
No, I think, like you said, the posture taken by brother is good. Because you see, I was asking myself, had these 8 people been from the MPP stock, would they, one, have forgotten the day? 2, would they have seen the circumstances surrounding organizing the demo as being so big that it would be difficult to call it off? Obviously no. So let's not allow these things to have a place in our discourse. We don't even need to have. You
don't accept that excuse?
No, it's only acceptable so long as no. I don't think we should split hairs over this. But I genuinely don't think they have an excuse. Whatever it is. But we were in this country when the former president, then candidate, he was outside the country doing a talk. He was doing a campaign, and then they lost one of the original chairman. He was tapped at the Upper East or so. And then he called everything off instantly. Yeah. And came down. But here we're talking about 8 people. And the whole nation is going to at least hold the ceremony in commemoration of that event. To me, it would have even made a bigger, it would have sent out a bigger message or a more louder message if you had even decided to call this off. Okay. In
memory of
that would have even given you so much. Okay. This
amount of public. He has apologized. So
let's move from there. So I think it should guide all of us as politicians.
Apology.
Oh no, who am I to accept apology? I'm not sure his apology was directed at me. It was a general apology. We are all Ghanaians and we should accept it. It should be accepted.
So we'll take a little breather, gentlemen. And when we return, we'll now get into what I call the brass tacks, the meat of the matter. Why yesterday's demonstration, whether the objectives have been achieved. Stay with us.
And there they are, The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids. Happy smile.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friendly Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friendly once now.
Hey, that's on you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action.
Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friendly sasso quell.
Yeah, go to my sasso. Come on, Tom Preco.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpo.
Yeah, hello there. I'm excited to be with you at this particular time. This is Dr. Okoboy, and we all know that health is wealth, and you can't have good health with a bad environment or poor sanitation. So it's good news. We are having our sanitation conference this August 21st, and it's a pleasure to invite you to participate, to learn about something new, and to help us protect our environment. Sanitation is serious business, and you have to be there. Thank you for listening. All the best.
Hello, my name is Paul Adomochiri. I'm the host of Good Evening Ghana here on Metro TV. I'm inviting you to the Clean Conferences at the City Conference Center at the University of Ghana. We have to make Ghana clean, and Metro TV is leading this agenda with Original FM. Everyone will be there. Please join us and let's make Ghana clean. So we have a first day of talking, and then we go on the field and actually show how to clean. The Chief of Staff will be leading that effort, Honorable Julius Deborah. He will be there with us to help us to show how to clean. We know how to clean. Join us to clean.
Brigade said na Afenyoma King Joyce Bauer Afenyoma kutimi bi na no ka kire me se me nobody a obetimi agina ho aka kire mu nyina se oba besia megina wo anim president ye ko program no e no ka kire chief of staff se opeso obi animu odu kakra ne kokoje petition enye se kakra opeso obi animu odu na okokoji petition because onu they definitely out. Chief susu ntimi nko all the deputies so bia we yinase the president na ya betimi akọ
o man penye free Jamaica
ba no yes obetimi akọ ntimo man nko me kokra na Marietta say one me be ba be ma me support am say oh sister o de tena ha na ye de obeye na say yesi me nkwa duty calls aso ye duty ntimi fa me back minya call no omo ka kire me say o mbedu ho 11 omo dru ho be 12:30 me say me office twen ya na me say na mo kran ka mo maame etna office like a co program ni wie ansa nka me ba beto obi e ko gina park sui besi ennene nkrofo yimpi ho ti be one something eni hu so mo ba obi me kra me ko no na me say oh we dey me ko hia me nuano na na bi wo ho Justine wo ho omo nyina me hwe from afar na ayi omo start protest say me dey omo ntimi ngi petition ni mfi me ho maybe me omo kakai omo hu me ana omo yem hyehye wo inti no me hwe Justine from afar no okan wona no say na ya we na ba gi petition hwe obi eno nti na obi wo ho nya position na on person obey humble no obi nti na onya position na on person me position me wo me fa position ni manim ti for you for Justine well aba be ka che me say
say o hwe na no na hu so o kasa
what me hu so o ka say na me ben ho all the reactions I saw it.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is live on 94.1 FM. So we're now in the democracy under attack zone. But what I did was to just set the premise, the foundation for this conversation, because I just wanted to know about the timing of the of the protests, especially when it coincided with the 1-year memorial of our fallen heroes, and that has been addressed. Now we're going into the meat of the matter. Now, today's Ghanaian Times, if you look at the center spread of today's Ghanaian Times, this says MPP hits streets over democracy under attack, petitions judiciary and the presidency. Now, Inokintia Masian says members of the New Patriotic Party yesterday staged a protest march in Accra. It's on the theme, Democracy Under Attack, accusing the government of undermining Ghana's democratic institutions. The protesters who gathered around the Supreme Court and the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yoko, area marched through some principal streets of the capital to present petitions to the judiciary and the presidency. The demonstrations attracted senior party figures, including the minority leader and member of parliament for the Ifutu, Mr. Alexander Penyomakin, former National Youth Organizer, Mr. Samuel Uku, former Attorney General, Mr. Samuel Atachia, Mr. Vincent Tatefua, and Mr. Dennis Abuaji. The march was organized. Was Atachia at some point our Attorney General? I don't recall. Yes, it was a mistake. And I remember to be former Works and Housing. Yes. So Ghanaian Times, please, let's correct this. The march was organized to highlight what the party describes as threats to Ghana's democratic progress and institutions. Many of the protesters, dressed in the party's red, white, and blue colors, carried placards with messages calling for the protection of constitutional rule, judicial independence, and equal justice. Some participants who wore red and black outfits, which they said symbolized their concerns about the state of democracy in the country. The march began from the Supreme Court, passed through the Ministries area, the National Theatre, and other major roads before ending at the Jubilee House, where a second petition was presented to the presidency. And then it talks about all the people who spoke at the event and basically repeating the very reasons why they went for that protest. But it's a very interesting story in today's Herald, and it says that the MPP demonstrators call female presidential staffer useless. I don't recall them saying useless. I don't know. But that's what it's not in quote. So I get where the Herald is coming from. Now the story is here, and it says that presidential staffer Nana Achimpem Jantwa has defended her role in receiving the New Patriotic Party's petition at Jubilee House. She rejected claims by the minority leader Alexander Penyomakin that she was a nobody, and insisted that she is a senior government official capable of ensuring the petition reaches President John Dramani Mahama. Now, the exchange followed the MPP's Democracy Under Attack demonstration yesterday, Thursday, August 6, 2026, during which party supporters marched to the seat of government to present a petition expressing concerns over governance and what they described as threats to Ghana's democratic institutions. While the MPP national organizer, Henry Nanabuache Elias Nanabi, also described Nana Achimpem Jantwa as a third-tier presidential staffer. The opposition party's Deputy General Secretary Haruna Mohammed criticized the presidency for assigning her to receive the party's petition, calling the decision disrespectful. Receiving the petition on behalf of the president, Nana Jantwa assured the demonstrators that their concerns will be conveyed directly to the president. I thank the group for bringing the petition and do assure you that it is going to get to the president. She described the demonstrations itself as evidence that Ghana's democratic system remained functional, noting that the MPP had been permitted to march peacefully to Jubilee House and present its grievances. Honorable, do you agree with her that we have improved, we have made some progress as far as the democracy is concerned? Now you've gone to Jubilee. In the past, the petition would have received at 37 military hospital. Do you agree with her?
Yes, I think we've come a long way as a country in terms of our acceptance to allow free demonstration, freedom to assemble, and freedom to demonstrate. If you take our history, I remember my first active demonstration on the streets of Accra was around 1998 when we did the Yentria demonstration as students when they introduced the academic user fee. I was then at IPS, then now UPSA, as a student, and then Harun Idrisu then was the NUC's president, and he came to mobilize us to undertake that demonstration. I remember the meeting point was at UPSA, that is IPS. The police came to stop us at the IPS junction, that they will not allow us to hit the main streets of Legon. They brought water cannons, they brought all those strips against us. We will run into the bush of Presec and reconvene in the streets. They chased us out into Legon. We joined the students from Legon. And then the water cannons were unleashed on us at the streets towards the Caps. All the way, we still confronted them we marched through all those trips and the rest. We got to Parliament House when we presented our petition then to Ibn Chambers. Ibn Chambers then was the Deputy Minister for Education. So post 1998, when as a student I got involved in these demonstrations, I have seen some progression in terms of those days, even come the 2000s, when you give an intention to demonstrate, the first thing the police will tell you is that we don't have the men to protect you. And so they will delay, they will tell you, they will go to court, go and get some injunction against the demonstration, and then frustrate you. If you decide to go without police protection, they would unleash men on the street, stop you, as you are saying, you can't go across this line, and so on and so forth. And this all brought about a lot of destabilization in terms of our respect for the Constitution. Tomorrow, Article 21 is clear. D. It says that all persons shall have the right to freedom of assembly, including freedom to take part in processions and demonstrations. Yeah. So peaceful demonstration is completely a fundamental right of the citizenry. Because if you are practicing democracy and you cannot express yourself against the happenings of the state, then you are giving room for others to use other illegal means to address matters of national concern. And so I believe we've come a long way as a country. Earlier in the morning, when I was driving past, you could see the police people well armed, and at times you look at the way they've armed themselves, and you are like, hey, are we on a combat war? But importantly, it's better for them to prepare for anything and everything than to say, what have you. And I believe yesterday's demonstration illustrates how peaceful we have become in terms of demonstration. Right. Many a times in the past, when our colleagues were also demonstrating, you hear certain incidents, attacks on vehicles, and then people will be insulting and all of that. But you look at these recent demonstrations, and you can see that it has come to stay, and we are giving people the opportunity to express themselves. Okay. Now, let me deal with the recipient, the person who received this petition. I have done demonstrations a couple of times, and I believe that when petition is supposed to be received at the seat of power, the person who is sent to also receive the petition matters. You may have government officials engaged for one reason or the other. But of course, that is why you may take leave at some point to also go and meet people. I've had the last petition we submitted in one of the demonstrations. It was the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra himself who came to take it. And that gives you an indication that the government takes it serious by giving you a high-level representative of the office of the president to meet you and take it on his behalf. This is not to denigrate any individual or any presidential staffer that they cannot, but government can do better. You know, this is a serious political party. We have the second biggest numbers in parliament. You have several high-profile officers demonstrating, and the core of the demonstration is about protecting the democracy that has put you in the realm of affairs as president of the republic. And so for nothing at all, I believe that if the president or the vice president cannot, you have the secretary to the president, you have the chief of staff of the president. Any of them could have been assigned.
How about the deputy chief of staff?
I would even place the chief of staff and the secretary to the president, unless they are indisposed, and then you can accommodate deputy chief of staff. You know, it speaks to the weight you are because you are talking about Ghanaians expressing themselves. You are talking about coalition of political parties expressing themselves. They have been there before. The NDC have demonstrated before. And they have also been particular about who receives petitions. And so when you have the benefit of complaining or having issues with receipt of your petitions and you come to power, you expect that you also give credence to similar demonstrations that are received. And this is also a signal to us as a political party that when we come to power and others are also doing demonstration, we should also respect the demonstrators and give them high profile people. These are standards we should set so that when the person receives it, if Nana Yaa-Adua receives it, she cannot walk to the president and hand over the petition to. She has various levels of reporting lines. Those because the instruction wouldn't have come from the president directly to receive on his behalf.
But then the impression I get from an interview she granted yesterday on one of the platforms was that she was personally designated by the president to go and receive the petition on his behalf. And she went, you know, further to state that she would personally hand the petition to the president.
Okay, so I'll take her by her word.
And the reason why she's hurt, as you heard her from that tape, is because she's the one who the president says, go and receive the petition.
Okay.
So for somebody to describe her in those terms, I don't want to repeat that. That makes her feel as though, so for her, it's also an insult to the president. It's like the president doesn't know what he's doing, and he doesn't know what it's about, and you know, and that the president's decision perhaps was not sound.
No. So
that's how she interprets
yes.
That we made.
Yes, I wouldn't challenge her information that she had express instruction from the president to do that on his behalf. And that is why we put that responsibility on the president, that the president should have given us a more senior staffer, someone of the chief of staff's status, or someone that we believe that when we even engage, because you know, when you submit petitions, the petition has its content, but there are other engagements that happens when petitions are received. If the chief of staff, like I said, the last time I was around when we sent some letter to the presidency and he received it, he comes with his deputies. There are other engagements and conversations that happens in and around. So you're able to pick certain feedback in terms of the demonstrators and what has happened, that you're able to also communicate same to the president. So let me not belabor the issue. I believe that as a practice, it should be consistent that when high-level demonstrations like this, because this was a major demonstration, and when we come into the content of the petition, it goes to the heart of the people of Ghana. It goes to protecting the democracy that we've all labored for since 1992, when we passed the constitution. This is all that we have.
Okay.
And so when Ghanaians have come to some position that this democracy is being threatened, you want to see that high-level seriousness that the executive takes. So maybe this will be my comment. If my colleague will come in, and then we go to the
but in all of this, you recognize again the risk of sounding like a broken record, that there was an event that day, the president, the vice president, and all the other top dignitaries that you would have ordinarily wanted to receive a petition. Perhaps if you had changed the date, some of them would have been available. You don't think so?
Oh, but be that as it may, I'm also of the firm position that nothing could have stopped. Once the president is at a function, he represents the country.
So maybe have the chief of staff or his deputy
exactly,
left the event,
receive
the petition,
exactly, because they were all in Accra.
Okay.
They were attending the function, which was directly opposite the Jubilee House.
You believe if they wanted to?
If they wanted to, they would have done that.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So you deliberately dispatched somebody whom the MPP doesn't regard as a high-level person, even though her position is analogous of that of a minister of state, but they still think that yes, but they still think that it's too small. You give them something big. Why did you give them something small?
Thank you so much.
It's a whole political party, NPP.
We're all in this country when a whole minority caucus of parliament
yes
marched to the Bank of Ghana.
Yes.
And who received to meet the governor of the Bank of Ghana, who then had 2 deputies, to present a petition on behalf of the Minority Caucus of Parliament. And guess who received them? It was the security man. It was the security man who received them. And this was justified by MPP at the time. And they were asking us to concentrate on the form of on the substance of a form. You see, I honestly don't get where we come. So the NPP are saying that when they are fine with something, regardless of what
were you happy with the security man taking the petition?
Well, I didn't interject you. So allow me to flow.
I'm just asking if
allow me to flow.
If we're not happy,
watchman.
Were you happy?
A watchman. That was what you did. I remember this was not even the president they were going to meet. This was just governor of Bank of Ghana.
Sorry.
It's pathetic. I'm surprised that this has become an issue.
We don't always talk about that.
So it's that yes, I see. Yeah, the other way, so that's why we have to.
Guess who collected anything? You mean none of the deputy, central bank governors was available?
None of the 2 were available. And and this is a governor who, even by our constitutional structure, is supposed to report to Parliament.
Yeah.
And these were MPs. In fact, that march was organized by the Minority Caucus of Parliament. And so you are even responsible to report to this institution. And that institution is before you. And all you can do is to send your security man to receive this petition. Now, let's come to look at it. You see, I always see this as something that is very characteristic of NPP. Moro, you remember when Her Excellency, the Vice President, was chosen as the running mate?
Yeah.
I remember vividly the interview that was granted by the former majority leader.
Right.
He said, how could you expect that somebody like Professor Jane Nana would be able to be our president someday? He just couldn't imagine that we'll have a woman becoming president of Ghana. And so when you have them today taking up another woman,
said that?
Go. I even listened to him.
Who said
that? He said it.
He said that
Professor Jane Nana didn't have the competence and the capacity to be the president of Ghana. And so he was against as a woman. Look,
that is his position.
That is how you have always seen women.
No.
And
he said he was talking on his
yes, sir, you know, one Kofi Nkasa Kofi Nkasa described
on the capacity
Nana Yajentua as a witch.
Really?
Yes. So I'm even expecting our female activists to take this matter up. It's terrible.
Oh, that's serious.
It's terrible. Now let's look at the whole issue. You are there to present a petition, and like you rightly said, that day chosen was a day that was a very busy day for the office of the president. Almost everybody was at that program. You chose that day because you felt it was the best day for you. You don't expect us to put everything on hold just because you are marching to the presidency to present a petition. Now, on the issue of the petition, you asked the first question whether we've come far. In fact, no. Boama went to 98 and all those. So you don't even need to go far to know that we have come far as a country in terms of how demonstrations are handled. Just 2022, 2023, 2021, look at almost all the demonstrations that were held. Start with Arise Ghana. Arise Ghana demonstration had 29 people being arrested just because they demonstrated. Fix the country movement. This was a case where an organization felt that the High Court was considering an injunction on their demonstration, and they went to the High Court to demonstrate in front of the High Court, just like you were before the Supreme Court yesterday. They went to the High Court, and come and see the beatings they received. 11 people were arrested. You remember this guy? They call is Ibrahim Kaka Mohammed. He was beaten to the extent that he died from the beatings. Then you look at Occupy Jilo, what do you call it? Occupy Jilobo House demonstration. 53 people were picked up. And 39 were charged and brought before court.
I appreciate your difficulty. You don't speak Ghana, but it's Julobi.
Julobi?
Yes, Julobi.
Julobi? 53 people were picked up just because they demonstrated. And 39 were put before court. And they stayed in custody for 12 days. Oliver Bakawomavu was one of them. 12 days they were detained. You don't need to go to 98 to know that we have come for as a democracy. And so if you are demonstrating in the name of democracy and the attack, and you saw that the whole demonstration went smoothly, the security agencies, the state structure gave you the necessary protection. No one beat anybody, no one arrested anybody, nobody was detained. I don't know which democracy we are talking about which was under attack. So clearly, we have come far, we are resetting the country, just that we will not reset the country for the convenience of MPP members. We are doing that to make sure that the law works. And as long as the law is held to the supreme, and that everybody works within the law, the democracy we all enjoy will continue to flourish. No.
Okay. Let me read some messages and then.
Okay, let me do it.
We haven't come to the substance of your demo.
Not the substance of your demo. I've been very, very careful in not letting us go back to history. And as you were trying to see, I don't like cherry picking as a style, because you know that when it comes to demonstration and attacks and beatings,
you pick 1998.
No. I use 98 as a personal. No. Apart from 98, I never referenced any other demonstration, because I said that was my first demonstration I participated. But post 98, whether NDC or MPP, this brute force against demonstrators is not peculiar to 2022-23. So be honest when you are making these submissions.
There's a reset now.
No. So when you make and create the impression that people were attacked and beaten and arrested in only 2022-2023, then you are being disingenuous, because you know from the 2000s to the 2003 under Mills and the Mahama one, demonstrations have gone on, police have arrested people, people have been beaten and so on and so forth. And so if we have made progression up to this stage, it is not courtesy the president. It is Ghana's democracy. It is not courtesy NDC. It is courtesy the people of Ghana.
So it means that democracy is under attack.
No, but that democracy is not about doing a demonstration to submit a petition. Democracy is bigger than demonstrating. Demonstration is one of our rights.
It's an element.
It's a constitutional right. And if we all ensure that it is done, if those who went on the demonstration were violent, you would have released police attack on them. So it is about the conduct of the demonstrators that we should also commend, and not sitting and say, come back to 2023. Go back to Addison. In 2023, there was another petition to the Bank of Ghana. Addison received on behalf of the Bank of Ghana. So yes, if you hold on.
You said and admitted that even the chief of staff recently received petition from you.
Of course, yes, of course. So what I'm saying is that you have the incident of the security, which was unfortunate, and I agree it's unfortunate. But I'm also just trying to put it on record that another petition has ever been received by the governor, so that we put all of this in perspective. But in terms of attacks and beatings and the rest, it is not 2022-2023.
All right, so
going forward, please, let's be factual.
Let's read a few messages, and then we'll be asking why some of your lawyers have a problem with the legal vacation which the judiciary is taking, and yet some cases have been lined up to be heard by the courts. Okay, so Tony is a viewer of the show. He says, "Good morning, my good brother. I just jumped out of one TV political show where the moderator was weak and shambolic. The difference is the serenity and decency on Good Morning Ghana." And that's that's a Tony Gavuzini. He continues to say the intolerance of the MPP and the understanding of democracy, their animal farm democracy, is unacceptable. Even on your program, you see their reps interjecting anytime the NDC gets to the floor. I don't know whether it's deliberate or taught in the ideological suit. That's Tony from Awudome Estates. Kojo Chumwafo is Kojo is back, and Kojo was apparently observing yesterday's demo, and he has a favorite part of the demonstration. Maybe when we're done with the conversation, we'll play it. He said for him it's an indication that the demonstration was very successful. So we'll play that video. Yes. So I will show you that. He says, More, I find it deeply offensive that you are even entertaining the condescension by the MP in the person of no less a person than the minority leader. What Honorable Boama should be doing is apologizing to Nana Ajantua. Her designation as a senior presidential staff at the presidency qualifies her to receive anything on behalf of the president, if so designated. You should respectfully be chastising Honorable Boama for supporting his utter blah blah. Why did they present a petition then? You disrespectfully decided to embark on a demonstration when the whole nation was remembering the tragic events of August 5 last year. How dare you come and tell us who should receive your moribund effusions? It says anyway, moribund effusions is at Chimota School English. In other words, in Semunu, let me quote Honorable Boama, it is not courtesy the NDC, it is courtesy the people of Ghana. It's courtesy to the people of Ghana. In summary, the NDC are not Ghanaians. It's only the MP that have Ghanaians in it. We in the NDC come from Zamunda. Kojochu Mboafo sends that message. Now, Papa Bisu says that in all humility and respect, governance any day and time, Ghana's democracy best choice for all Ghanaians is the NDC. So the MP could demonstrate an opposition close to the seat of government. No long talk. Papa Bisu from Spintex sends that. And Alhaji Hamza says that, good morning. And assalamu alaikum. Truth be told, the attacks and insults from Apenyo Maki in this country is becoming one too many, and the earlier he stops it, the better for him and the MP. The attacks on Janto yesterday was so shameful, to say the least, and he should be ashamed. My brother, the NDC, then in the minority, demonstrated to the Bank of Ghana, and a petition was received by a security man, and again, the minority demonstrated against the NCEC, led by Honorable Haruna Idrisu. The petition was not even received, and again, petition was received at the 37 Military Hospital, and the excuse was that Jubilee House was a security zone. MPP should give us a break. Kwame Sapon, he says that, Nana, I have read somewhere that you felt disrespected and you report opinion to the speaker. Nana, as your senior uncle, I respectfully suggest that you drop it. What opinion did was not disrespectful to your person. You know that if not for the church service, a senior officer from Jubilee House would have been asked to receive the petition. That is the norm. Usually the chief of staff receives such petitions from the political parties on such occasions. All Apenyo was saying is they could have retained a senior officer, say Felix, to come to receive it. But the presidency thought otherwise. Already there was an issue with the date selected for the demonstration, a day set aside for the remembrance of the 8th. And they felt MP should have joined the celebration instead of demonstrating. Since the remembrance was a national affair, all of us were sad and traumatized when the 8 lost their lives. But all I'm saying to you is that please don't take what Apenyo said as a disrespect to you. That's his appeal to Nana Ajantua. Peter T. from Shukra says, good morning, Mo. The demonstration that was witnessed yesterday was an exercise by MP strategically to divert attention from Ghanaians from major issues of governance and strategically to try and maintain their existing party executives in office for their abysmal performance in the 2024 general election. They took Ghanaians for granted when they were in charge of managing the affairs of this country and made the economy policies dwindle and unacceptable. Manche Bruce II, he says that what a paradox. You pledge a reset, however, whenever your conduct is exposed, you retreat to selective historical comparisons to manufacture parity. Is the MPP now the standard by which you measure governance? What then is the jurisprudential or moral foundation of your reset? Amazing convictions, democracy under attack, freedom cannot be handcuffed. Manche Bruce II, Takrady, greetings to Honorable Yabuama. He sends that message. Abdul Kudu says, interesting description of HOD. Responsible for the security at the Bank of Ghana. He was a management member. Why Keda Kwame Asare-Boateng, a lawyer of over 10 years of the time, must be accorded some respect. I agree with the NDC then that though the excuse of the Bank of Ghana then made sense, if the NDC had a problem then, it is only fair in principle how to agree with the MPP now and to have allowed a more senior person to receive the petition. All right, Kwame Sapon says that, okay. All right, so Kwame, I've seen your message would attend to that. Apenyo Makin's remarks at the gate of Flagstaff House in the presence of Nana Ajantua, who had been delegated to receive the petition on behalf of the presidency, were disrespectful and uncalled for, to put it mildly. The president asked a staff to meet demonstrators and to receive their petition. She should have been accorded the utmost respect and protocols. Thank you. That's Mansa Musa, Voice of London Radio. So we'll take a short break. When we return, we would be talking judiciary matters. Now, the MPP or some elements within the MPP have a problem that the judiciary says they're going on legal vacation and they have lined up about 7 cases to deal with, and those 7 cases they say are all MPP cases. They have a problem with that. Interestingly, someone has just sent me a case involving the MPP where they're actually begging the judiciary within that same legal vacation to do them a favor. So which is which? We'll come back. We'll look at that.
Our democracy is under attack. What do you think? What do you think?
Where do you think? I don't want to talk like that. What do I think?
You were talking, so say something.
No, I'm not saying anything again.
No, Ghanaians need to hear your voice.
My dear, what you yourself? You are seeing what is going on in the country. Are you not seeing it?
We are in the country.
We are in the country. The bitterness and the goodness of the country we want, right?
But now the MPP is saying our democracy is under attack.
Which attack? What's the attack? Which attack? If MPP is on position that they know that the democracy is attacked, but if they are in position they don't know that democracy is not in attack. I'm an MPP, but if the truth is said, we should speak the truth. If we are not in power, we know what is called democracy. But if we are out of government, we know the democracy is going. May to hell with everything, my dear.
Thank you.
Work, and if you are working, you know how the democracy is going. Work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oma ya we maba muso ya demonstration mu ye no wan entiemu maba no ye hu akufado oba ye man ATS nu no ba ye be fa kwa so this ka bota o sense ka no irobo nu mama na to mama to aka ka ba wie maba say ye to abama mu ye mu ye bufo ma man nu kura because ye mu ye go tete ye man power mutu mi ba ye shoes ka no mba ba wie o mu ko fa ofole atambla ofole dam ko flat ba say ye power. Sana mi ka trouble. You want to say demonstration over here? Who ni pa? Unyakura. Just amuta omai nu party nu no mu omai Ghana. Party nu party no mo be wia. Onu no mo na nya omai Ghana mu. Ya mu di ko e bufu ba ni omai nu enu go ase po abroche po hu di omu ye di e bufu kura. You for thief. They are thieves. Now can you remember last 2021 you do the same demonstration against MPP. What? Yes, we were here. You been with yes, no, wait, no, what? No, you were talking about what? They do demonstration against MPP 2021. They even said that the kid yes, we see the country. Yes, you said the last way they left.
You know that today you know that demonstrations are good. And that demonstration sometimes people come out and demonstrate.
You don't even think or you know have the right to what he's saying. Come out to the general. It's not logic that the general. It's for our water. Sugar pricing we put the water in this side. One can say no. What he's doing now? What am I doing?
I see. Look, demonstrating. What they're doing is right. It's right for us. 2021, they do the same thing as anything do against MPP.
I said what they do.
Yes, you understand. But what he's saying, it's not the right way you do it against MPP.
The money when they see, you know, you are not in the country. I come from like a borrow way, borrow for outside. Now Mama is the one who paying that money. Mama can't pay. Now you come again. You should give power to you again. That one is the one that do that. I don't know what they are trying to do because all the nation see that what they are doing. You don't have love to the country. You don't have love for country. You can't say again. We don't give you that power again. We don't give you that power again. We don't give.
Find
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hydradenitis suppurativa, using laser Legasure for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena, yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della. Abena, bra.
Abena. Oh, Abena. It's not Abena rice. I can't eat any of that anymore.
Abena rice. And Nijin Kwa. FDA. Ajadi in Kratz Yatsum.
It's Ghana Sanitation and Environmental Conference in Legon, CD Conference, on the 21st of August. My name is Haja Hamdatu Ibrahim Hussein. I'm going to be there. Kuduko kuzu, kuji enna zayi, abinde sa enna ruwa yezo yeche Accra. Mula son kowa yezo, nyeso kuzo, agwada muko enna za kuyi, nyeso unguwannin kuduka, kuzamna cikin sabta. Don sabta Allah ma ya ce mu bari gidanmu, garinmu akwai sabta. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Maini Tumpong.
Hello, my name is Paul Adomochiri. I'm the host of Good Evening Ghana here on Metro TV. I'm inviting you to the Clean Conferences at the City Conference Center at the University of Ghana. We have to make Ghana clean, and Metro TV is leading this agenda with Original FM. Everyone will be there. Please join us and let's make Ghana clean. So we have a first day of talking, and then we go on the field and actually show how to clean. The Chief of Staff will be leading that effort, Honorable Julius Deborah. He will be there with us to help us to show how to clean. We know how to clean. Join us to clean.
Brigade say na afenyo marking Joyce Bauer. The afenyo mark with me being and no catch me say me nobody.
Is also being led by our national chairman, Honorable Johnson Asedun Kitia. Today we embarked on a demonstration dubbed Occupy Bank of Ghana. But before we tell you why we are here and present our petition to you and make our demands, we also like to know you so that we know those we are speaking to, because we don't know you. We're expecting to see Mr. Dr. Ernest Addison. Unfortunately, we can't see him here, so we would like to know those of you who are here. We get your name and position again.
Wing Commander Kwame Asaribuati, retired Director Security, Bank of. I'm retired, sir, and also a council like you, please. So.
Minority leader will respond. Okay.
So first, let me say that I feel very disrespected as the leader of the opposition in Parliament, for a simple reason that we demanded to present a petition to the Governor of the Central Bank of the Republic of Ghana, otherwise known as the Bank of Ghana. The Governor has two deputies, namely Deputy 1 and Deputy 2. Unfortunately, he has decided to disrespect us, and his two deputies has also decided to disrespect us by not being here and to receive our petition. We never said we are going to present our petition to the head of security or someone responsible for security, with all due respect. You are not the one responsible, and we will not give you our petition. Let me also say that, in summary, we will hold you accountable, particularly the governor. We are demanding his exit. And now that he has decided to disrespect us, we will not present our petition. We will go and come back again. We will come back here again. And we will come back and demand to see him in person. The crowd you've seen is just the beginning. We will come back again. And I assure you, trust me, we will come back again. He should better come in here. If he thinks that the IMF is more important than the Parliament of Ghana, if he thinks that the IMF is more important than the people of Ghana, he's here because of the people of Ghana and not IMF. So let him deal with IMF, but we'll come after him. We will come after him. Until we see him, we are not stopping. This is just the beginning. A lot more.
So, on that note, we mean no disrespect, but we thank you very much. But we'll be protesting again. And
before that, with great respect and without prejudice to your presence, to nominate only you to come amount to disrespecting us as a political party. I'm the leader of the party in Parliament. You have the general secretary of the party here. you have the chief of staff of the flag bearer. We have the chairman of the Constitutional Affairs Committee of the party. Members of Parliament and the leadership of Parliament are all here. But to disrespect our democracy by only nominating you to come, like I said, with great deference to you, it doesn't match it. So it means that the government does not even take serious the grave issues before us. That notwithstanding, we are Democrats and would want to respect the bona fides of democracy.
There's a very popular expression in Latin. It says res ipsa loquitur. I need not say anything again. So, gentlemen, unfortunately, we cannot deal with the legal matter because of time. We're so sorry, because I have LPMs to read and I have some announcement that I need to make. But anyway, you just give me a few minutes. Let's see whether you can squeeze something in. So this August, the National Youth Authority is inviting all young people across Ghana to be part of National Youth Month 2026. It's happening from the 1st to the 30th of August. It's on the theme Rebuilding Values and Inspiring Patriotism, Empowering the Youth in Digital Age. The celebration is kicking off on Saturday, 1st August, with the National Voluntary and Community Service Day. This will be followed by youth engagement with Christian and Muslim religious leaders on 6th and 7th of August. From 10th to the 13th of August, the National Youth Conference is taking place at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, bringing together young leaders and stakeholders from across the country. Then from 16th to the 19th of August, young people will make their voices heard at National Youth Parliament. The excitement continues on 21st August with the Interagency Football Gala at the Accra Sports Stadium, followed by the Intergenerational Dialogue on 25th August. The month-long celebration comes to a close on 30th of August with the Red Means Stop campaign at the Independence Square. Young people are encouraged to register, to attend, volunteer, exhibit their products and services, or sign up as media partners through the official National Youth Month registration portal. This August, Volunteer, Learn, Lead, Serve. National Youth Authority facilitating youth development, doing it for the entire month of August. And also, let me just end with this one before I bring my guest to wrap up on the conversation for the day. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. So, okay. I don't know where I'm heading this one. Okay, it's actually paid for, so I need to do this. Right. So MNC Group is your global. MNC Global is your number one partner in minerals and food commodities, trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management, consultancy, investment advisory, import and export. They have headquarters in East Legon, Accra, Ghana. MNC Group. They have offices in Dubai as well. They also have one in Hong Kong and Guangzhou in China, Johannesburg in South Africa, and also Virginia, US, Arizona, and also Hanover, Germany. So we connect markets that drive business growth and with tailor-made solutions that will meet your needs. Please call them on 02655053337, 02655053337. MNC Group, totally reliant. And finally, whilst all right, so the Clean Conference, I need to remind you, is on. So Metro TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital are proudly presenting what we call the Clean Conference 2026. It's under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff. It says the theme is assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030, SDG 6 Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7 Clean Energy, and SDG 12 Responsible Consumption and Production. It's happening on the Friday, 21st of August 2026 at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. And with just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, Metro and Original Sanitation Conference with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Dr. Julius Deborah. The Clean Conference bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. And the next day there will be a cleanup exercise. Metro Clean Conference, Emma Omaino. All right, so gentlemen, unfortunately we have to go, but you're on legal vacation, aren't you?
Yes.
But why 7 cases? Just briefly, can you explain? Some people.
It's that's how, the legal vacation covers only the superior courts, the High Court, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. And even with that, there are some matters or some instances that they have to sit. So sometimes they designate certain courts to sit because of some urgent issues. There could be the issue of liberty of the individual, where bail matters. For instance, bail matter may be refused by a circuit court and it has to be appealed to at the High Court. If she say the court is on vacation, doesn't mean the person will continue to have his liberty taken away. So the court makes certain arrangements, and even certain cases you still can try it, depending on the availability of certain judges. So it's not cast that once you are on the legal vacation, everything must come to a standstill.
But they're suspicious about the cases, the all MPP affiliated cases.
No, but we've seen even instances where cases are tried daily, even on members of parliament, like Judge Kason, who has to, a member of parliament has a constituency to deal with, parliament to deal with, and other issues. And with all this, the person was told to be attending court daily, and all this. So I think even the lawyers, like they have rightly done, they can write to the court explaining reasons why they think that they won't be available, and if the court is minded, they may listen to them, but it's always at the discretion of the court. More, I won't leave. Let me not leave without our former national chairman, for example, lost the dad, and the funeral is tomorrow in Chibi. We're all supposed to be there. Unfortunately, tomorrow I'll also be disbursing funds to about 30 farmer groups in my constituency, and these are advertising.
Welcome to GH Schools, your #1 training institute that offers practical-based tuition in media and a variety of skill acquisition-related areas. At GH Media School, we offer journalism and